Happy Monday, everyone. We're going to start the week off with a really fun little Metcon. Nice little, kind of a moderate length AMRAP. But before we get to the AMRAP, let's talk about the warm-up. Warm-up, we're going to work on just a little bit of core work, a little bit of overhead stuff as well, handstand stuff. So we're going to work on some plank lean to down dog, 3 to 5 reps, into our PVC Prone Raise, 3 to 10 second holds, floor pike hold, 15 to 30 seconds. So working on that good, strong kind of handstand position with your feet on the floor. We're going to move into some lateral ski jumps to work on some nice, smooth side-to-side motion. 2 rounds of that into a little bit of dumbbell work. So we have our dumbbell Sumo Deadlift for 3, into our dumbbell hang power snatch for 3. Then you repeat those on the opposite side. Into a dumbbell, dumbbell overhead hold first before you repeat on the opposite side. 15 to 30 seconds. Then you do it again. And then you'll move into some ankle pops, back scale, and a little bit of running. So we have 10 seconds of ankle pops, 3 back scales per side, and then at least I'd say 100 to 200 meters of running, or your option of cardio of your choice. All right, so I'll have some stuff on the workout description. Check those out if you don't want to run or if you want to change it up. There'll be some stuff down there. Moving into the work set, we have a 12-minute AMRAP with, again, a run of 200 meters, or cardio of choice, depending on what you'd like to take down. And then you're going to move into a dumbbell snatch for 16 alternating reps. So a nice couplet, gonna get some good time in this one, good cycle of rounds as well. So with the dumbbell snatch, just alternate those rounds, keep it steady, try and keep those runs, kind of pushing the runs for 200 meters because they're not too far, and then come back through for some nice steady snatches. It's gonna be a cool workout. I'm interested and stoked to hear how you guys take it down. But until then, let's warm you up, get you ready to take that bad boy down on a fun little Monday, all right? All right, guys, let's warm you guys up a little bit, get you guys ready to go. Let's get those feet under those hips. We're gonna take the arms big and tall. We're gonna get a little shrug. Come back down, keeping those arms straight. We're gonna scratch our back, reach through that elbow and side body. We'll come back up, big stretch. We're gonna shrug, come back down, scratch your back, reach again through that side body. Come back up, big stretch. Hands out to the T. We'll turn it in, turn it out. Turn it in, and turn it out, and turn it in, and out. Big stretch. We're going to take it all the way down, forward fold, touch those toes, walk up those shins, come down, frame of foot, step it back into your lizard. We're going to lower the knee, press the hip, back to center, slowly straighten, and then slowly straighten the front leg. Plant the foot, lower, hip, back to center, straighten, and straighten, plant the foot, lower, press the hip, back to center, straighten the back, straighten the front. We'll plant the hand, step back into our down dog, just setting up that position, opening up those shoulders a bit, coming back into your plank. We'll step the other foot up, nice and square in those hips. We're going to lower the knee, press the hip, back to center, straighten, and straighten the front leg, plant the foot, lower, press the hip, center, straighten, and straighten. One more time, plant the foot, lower, hip, back to center, straighten, and straighten. From there, we'll step back into our plank, tucking through the pelvis, through those ribs, press through the shoulders. We're gonna hold for 3, 2, and then pull forward. Press back into our down dog. Walk your heels out one at a time, back and forth. Nice and easy. And then from there, we'll come back into our plank. Tiptoe those feet up. Roll yourself up, big stretch. Clasp your fingers, press way up, overhead, reach. Back through and reach. Come back to center, take those hands down. Good. If you'd like to give yourself a little bit more upper or lower body love, just pause the video, take that down a little bit. We're going to move you into that first phase of warm-up, which starts with some handstand work and some prep for that handstand. So we're going to get ourselves into our plank. All right, so I'm going to get myself facing you guys this time for this one so you can see the square body position. So I step myself into my plank. I'm going to pull my hips and ribs into the hollow, press through my shoulders. I'm going to maintain that tension as I lean straight over to one side, come back to center, and shift to the other. And now as I come to center, I'm going to activate those very important again that we're focusing on opening up the upper back and staying away from this position in our down dog. We want to make sure we find our neck. Right? From there, we're going to move into our PVC Prone Raise. I forgot the PVC, so I'm going to lay down and show you that non-equipment version of the PVC Prone Raise. So I'm going to lay on my stomach, get my arms out to the front like I'm holding onto a PVC pipe. I'm going to turn my eyes downward, tuck and squeeze my ribs, armpits are pressing down towards the floor, and then I'm going to lift my hands straight up, keeping my arms straight, and then lower down after 10 seconds. So the big thing here is, even if you don't have any equipment, you can still do this really well. If you have a PVC, you'll just hold on to it, or we've done variations with a towel, where you hold on to the towel and kind of rip into it. Here again, just as we set the position, eyes are down, I press my shoulders down towards the floor, and then I pull my hips and ribs, keeping that position. I just lift the arms, showing the armpits to the floor the entire time, hold for my 10, and lower. Okay? So again, when I'm lifting those arms up, I'm keeping that neck, just what we just talked about for that down dog position. I don't want to lift and then roll my shoulders inwards. I want to make sure that I keep my armpits facing the floor. Challenging. Don't worry if you can't get your hands very high off the ground. It's a very hard position to work through. But building that up can build some seriously strong shoulders and good core control. After that, we're going to go into our floor pike hold, which starts in our tabletop. So we bring our tabletop here, toes are curled under. My knees come together. I set my ribs, press through my shoulders, and then I'm going to lift my hips straight up, looking down towards my toes, armpits towards my toes, pressing through my shoulders. If I'm comfortable enough, I can tiptoe my feet up a bit, holding, 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 and then I lower back into my tabletop. Very important piece, we're trying to load the shoulder, so we want to make sure we lift our hips straight up and not back, like in a down dog. We want to make sure we're forward, so we're loading the shoulder and the arm. Active grip, hold for 15 to 30 seconds. Breaking that down if you need to, or just holding a slightly shorter hold to maintain connection and tension. After that, we're going to move into our lateral ski jump. So a fun little movement we like to play with. I load my leg, I'm going to get my arms involved, jump, hold, jump, hold, jump, hold, and jump, hold. If you're not a jumper, all right, you can work on step, hold, working on that big lateral step, and then lifting that foot up for balance, okay? If you're getting used to it, you're like, I kind of want to transition to the jump. Don't worry about trying to cover the entire floor. Just think about little jump, little jump. Very little impact, you get a little hop, and you still get to work on that dynamic side of that jump, okay? Quick recap, we have a plank lean, side to side, into our down dog, 3 to 5 reps. PVC Prone Raise, 3 to 10 seconds. Empty hand, PVC, broomstick, towel, whatever you got. Floor pike hold, 15 to 30 seconds. Lateral ski jump for 20 seconds, working on balance. Not so concerned about the amount of reps we have, but we have a nice steady set of 20 seconds. 2 rounds, pause the video, work those handstand positions, get those shoulders ready, because we're going to need them in the next phase. So come along with me as we start playing with our dumbbell. So our dumbbell stuff starts with the initiation of the dumbbell on the floor. So I'm going to stand over top of my dumbbell. The dumbbell's going to cut my foot in half, and I'm going to take my hips back and down, trying to keep my chest up as much as possible, because we're trying to simulate the snatch. I stand tall, and I take it back down. I'll do 3 reps like so. Again, working on that good deadlift position, slightly higher chest than our normal kind of deadlift, or more conventional, because we're doing a sumo. Then I'm going to work on my hang power snatch. So the hang power snatch, I'm going to take the dumbbell down to my knee, and then we come up, snatch overhead, come back down. Same side, dumbbell to the front, pull back to the knee, up, stand tall, bring it back down. I'll do one from the side, pull back, up, then I stand. After my third snatch, I'm going to hold this overhead position. So I'm going to pull my ribs in, squeeze my glutes, press into the dumbbell so it's nice and active. I'm going to hold that for 15 to 30 seconds, maintaining that good position. Coming down with the dumbbell, I keep it close to the shoulder, like a shoulder press, and then I come down. And then I'll repeat on the opposite side. So I'll work through my deadlifts for 3, nice and smooth. Then I'll move into my hang power snatches for 3, and then finish off with my hold on the opposite side, right? So taking the time to either accustom yourself to the load you have, build your load if you have multiple types of dumbbells at home, all right? Or just practice your technique. Make sure it's solid so when you get into the work set and fatigue, you have that technique grooved in really, really well. So don't rush those, take your time, especially the deadlift. It's a great opportunity to work on range of motion and flexibility. After all the dumbbell stuff, we're gonna move into some ankle pops. So my feet are gonna be under my hips, relaxing my feet. I can hold my hands like a skipping rope and just hop, working on relaxed feet. So I work on that good rebound. From there, I can also work on power jumps. We're also gonna work on double unders. I can work on my timing with my hands. So as soon as my foot hits and jumps, my hands go, hands go, hands go. So it's that timing piece you can work on to build that skill for the double under and just get more proficient with that for your skipping. For our purpose today, we're using it just to wake up our ankles for our runs. So just work on relaxing your feet, keeping that good rebound, and not necessarily when we're going too high. From there, we're gonna move into our back scale raise. So I stand tall, pick my favorite foot for the day, and I'm going to set my balance, and I'm going to hinge with a soft knee, keeping my hips square to where I can get to, at the most 90, and then stand tall, put the foot down for a moment, and then come back down again, nice and square, and stand tall. So we're gonna work on keeping these hips nice and square to the front. Hands can go where they need to be for balance, and it's very important that the difference here between the RDL and the back scale, my leg is a little straighter, right? With the RDL, I'm coming down. With the back scale, I'm hinging at the hip a little bit more and tipping, opposed to kind of pulling back. I still want this back leg active so that it allows my hips to stay square and engaged, and it'll help me with my balance. After that, cardio of choice, either a run or a different option there, anywhere from 100 meters to 200 meters, or what we're looking at is about 30 to 60 seconds of some light to moderate cardio, get that heart rate up and ready to go. Quick recap for you guys on that piece. Dumbbell sumo deadlift, 3, into a dumbbell hang power clean for 3, and an overhead hold for 15 to 30 seconds. Repeat on the opposite side, and then you'll go through your ankle pops for 10 seconds, back scale, 3 per side, and 100 to 200 meter run or cardio of choice. Pause the video, take that down, work through those skills. We're gonna come at you with that the workout right now and get you squared away to take her down. So our workout is a 12-minute AMRAP. You're gonna start with a 200 meter run or the equivalent of that run in a different type of cardio. Then we're gonna move into the dumbbell snatch. So unlike the warm-up, the dumbbell snatch in the workout is an alternating snatch. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get set up with the dumbbell on the floor. I'm gonna set it down, take hold. I'm gonna get the dumbbell to mid-thigh, snatch it. I can bring it down, I can switch, come down to the floor, come down, switch, come down to wherever my floor happens to be. So if I can't get to the floor, maybe mid-shin, good, switch. And I'll take that back and forth for 16 reps. Then I'll pop back outside or do my cardio of choice, back on the dumbbell, 16 total count, and repeat for 12 minutes. You're gonna get a few rounds of this, so pace yourself on those snatches. Again, can, try and push those runs of the cardio piece because it's pretty short, but make sure those snatches are bang on. Especially coming down to the floor, make sure our back position is solid and we're not just going, okay, and then lifting it with your back position. Make sure it's a good setup and a good execution. Very important. I hope you guys have fun with this with you guys. I love these couplets we've been playing with. Just no nonsense, good solid intensity. There's nowhere to escape those two exercises. So you hit those two pretty quick, back and forth. All right, so let me know how it goes. Let me know how your snatches, what cardio you chose to do, and let me know how the outcome was. All right, I hope you guys have a fantastic Monday. Enjoy your day. We'll come at you tomorrow for some more fun. Bye, you guys.